Hey everyone, today we're going to talk about the topic of text neck. What is that? That's basically when we are using our phone, we're looking down, it's putting stress on this top area of the spine. So we're going to take a deep dive into that about what it is, the symptoms it can cause, the breakdown in the body it causes, and of course, we're always going to end with solutions. If you're watching for the first time, my name's Dr. Sandy. I've been practicing chiropractic in the city of Mississauga for over 20 years. So if you're watching for the first time, welcome. And if you've been watching for some time, welcome back. I hope you're always learning something and just getting better through these videos. So what is text neck? And it's been around for some time now, but basically it's a long time where you're looking down. And while I appreciate technology, obviously I use my phone as well. What concerns me is that people are using these phones more and more. And honestly, I don't think they're going away anywhere. They're useful. They obviously help us. But at the same time, there's a health cost to it. So I think we need to be mindful. I think we should be aware that, long time looking at this is very hard on the body. So we're going to talk about that today. And of course, we're going to talk about solutions. So I'm not telling you to never use your phone, but we got to be mindful. We need to be practical, and let's jump into it. So number one, obviously, if someone is spending a lot of time looking down at their phone, that's going to right away cause things like neck pain, tightness in the muscle groups. We can have headaches. We can have things like dizziness. And obviously, like looking at that whole structure. So if we actually look at the spine I have over here, what should be happening? There should be a natural curve in the spine. So the spine actually from the side has these natural curves. So we're talking about the cervical spine, which is like this light purple color over here. Now imagine with text neck, what's happening is this natural healthy curve, which is strong, full blood supply, nerve supply going to the brain. We're suddenly doing this. We're doing the complete opposite. And I'm telling you, I observe this because I'm a chiropractor. I can't believe sometimes I'm in a public setting, I'm just walking and I see people hunch down, not only their neck, like literally their whole body is just going down. And this is going to be damaging because what's happening is that if we go through the different layers, so if we start even like with the first layer, let's talk about like the muscle tissue. So the muscles are obviously supposed to be in a neutral, healthy position like this. When you're doing this for a long period of time, you are stretching muscle groups, you're weakening muscle groups, you're just causing a whole breakdown with those muscles. Then if we go lower than that, I mean, ligaments, tendons are also getting stretched out. And then obviously it's hard on the joints. And then because we're not in that optimal position, obviously this can cause inflammation, breakdown in the joints. You can obviously cause things like arthritis. Like this is not healthy. This is not good. Then internally, as I mentioned, also like the circulation, the blood flow. So not only could someone have potentially like pain, discomfort, inflammation, potentially numbness or tingling, they can have balance issues. And the biggest thing I'm concerned about, and actually I went to a seminar and we were really talking about the neurology of this, is that obviously any stress over here, it's going to affect thinking, it's going to affect just higher process of analyzing things like the memory, because that major pipeline is getting compromised. It's getting like a clamp on it. So how can the person feel their best? And if anything, not only feeling their best, not only with focus, but like their mood, you're going to be tense, you're going to be stressed. It can cause fatigue physically and mentally. So this is a serious situation. So also as you hear this information, of course, apply it to yourself. Of course, apply it to your loved ones. Teach it, spread the word, because we have to have awareness. There has to be people aware that, yes, this is a helpful tool. And I'm very concerned about students, the younger generation. I'm concerned about adults, a lot of professionals. And then check this out. Like this is really about using the spine throughout the day. A lot of people, let's be honest, they have a job where they're on their computer. When they get home or they have a break, the first thing they're doing is like they're back there. And what's worse about using the phone, usually your posture is even lower. At least with a computer, you're kind of like looking forward. This one, your head is literally going down. So very stressful, very damaging. And the thing is, if we do the appropriate things now, it's actually very preventable of some of the damage that can occur in the future. So what are the things we should be doing? So I want you to analyze, I want you to think about this. So first of all, if you're going to use your phone, and we're all going to use it, like let's be honest, I think the first thing I would say is number one, let's take breaks. So let's start with taking breaks. So if you're going to use your phone, it shouldn't be like hours and hours on end. I think it should be like maybe for like 20, 30 minutes, take a break, get up. Maybe if you're using your phone, talk to your friend and like walk around. You want to have movement. I think the worst thing is for someone to hours and hours sitting on a chair and they're on their phone looking straight down. That would be very damaging. So let's take breaks. Let's get up. Let's move while we use the phone. So let's say you're talking to your friend, have it at a level. Use speakerphone. I like to do that a lot. So I'm going to hold it like this. I don't have to look down. I'm on speakerphone and I could just be walking around with it. But taking those breaks, using speakerphone, movement, stand, when you're going to use it. And then obviously those things we know, right? So if we're going to use the phone and we're looking at information, having it at a level as high as possible, eye level would be amazing. But even if it's a little bit lower, but I think what we want to do is stay away from that, like complete, the posture completely going down, because again, it's so damaging. And I don't want you to freak out on your family or your kids or something, but just nicely remind them, tell them, inspire them, and then be a role model as well. The other thing we need to do for sure is we need to do stretches. So always think mechanically with the body. So if the body's been doing this all day, naturally we want to do stretches where we do the complete opposite. And again, from the seminar I went to, what I was learning more and more is that being in this position is very it's a negative, it's hard on the body. When you see older people who are in poor health, they're usually going forward. Human health, when it's optimized, we should see more of an extension. So we should see that the body's going backwards, we're feeling better, we're breathing better, the body's functioning at a higher level. So if we are like this all day, we want to have, and again, I've made some videos. So if you want to in your chair, literally, if you want to just hold for a count of 5, 10, 20 while you're seated, and maybe do that 2-3 times. Or if you find that for your body type, you want to do reps, that's also helpful. The main point, we can go into a deep dive with that, but some kind of stretching, something where you're doing the opposite. I would also encourage a lot of rotation. So if your head has been looking at your phone and you're looking down, what I would encourage is also that rotational movement as well, the side to side. We want the body to be moving. And the seminar I went to, the presenter was amazing. And if you think about it, we have so much range of motion, we should be using it. So depending on the research you read, 85 degrees left and right, but most of our day we're looking straight ahead. The body was designed to move, and when you move it, it rewards you with good health, you feel better. So while we can appreciate technologies moving fast and we're using our phones, we're using our computers, I think we have to be sensitive to our health. And I want to make sure that, especially with the youth, especially the next generation, is going to be healthy. So again, a lot of that opposite movement, a lot of that rotational movement. One of my favorites, again, just pulling to the side. We're putting in the different motion. We're not usually looking at our phone on an angle, but we want to put in different motion there. If you're working from home or at work, maybe if you just want to take a little break, you're doing that. And then also maybe just get a warm towel. If it's a paper towel, you're at work. But maybe if that soothes you, just something warm just to relax you for 5-10 minutes. Maybe you can do that at lunch. The other thing I would share with you as well, the neck is very much impacted with the shoulders. So if you could do exercises where, if there's a door frame, you're going to push through. I like to teach that like a door stretch, but it really opens up this top area. It'll make you feel good. It's like a reset. So I think what I'm saying with this video is that very powerful area, huge impact on brain function. We want to protect it. We want good posture. So we know that if we don't take care of it, we're talking about anything from the disc, the muscles, the joints all breaking down, affecting the nerve function, the blood flow. So what we want to do is get it to a neutral position. We want to feel our best. We want to think clearly. We want to have that energy physically, mentally as well. We just want to be at our best. So always remember, this is very much associated with brain function, brain health. So let's protect it. Let's take our breaks. Let's be aware. Let's help each other. If we see someone too long, someone we care about on a phone just bending down, and then maybe, remind them. And then also have times where you're like, guys, for the next hour, no one on their phone. Let's talk. Let's go for a walk. Let's hang out. Just do things differently. But the real key I want to share with you is movement is king. Movement is good for you. The more you're moving, you will be healthier, you will be stronger. Yes, we're going to use technology, but let's be smart about it. Let's have that position optimized. Let's be careful. Let's help each other. And I really want the best for you. So I believe if you can take breaks, do some stretches I've shown you, have that awareness, be careful, and realize that this is such a powerful part of the body because it goes to the brain, you'll be better for it. And let's enjoy technology, but let's be healthy in the process. So I hope this video helped. If you have any questions whatsoever, you can reach me at 905-896-3393. Let's say you just have a general question for you or someone you care about. You're like, I'm concerned about the spine. I know you're a chiropractor, Dr. Sandy. Are these things you see? Do you think you can help with it? We can start with a phone call. And then if you're ready to take the next step, we do offer a free spinal checkup. We look at how the spine is doing, the nervous system is doing. We do a full analysis, and we can let you know, hey, this is what's going on. Here's some options you have. If we can help, great. And if we can help, we'll try to connect you with someone else. But we're here for you. Any questions you have, 905-896-3393. I'll put my information below on the website, which is gopowerflow.com. We're here for you. Implement this stuff. It works. It's going to make your life better. God bless you.